Hello everybody. We had a MotorFiles moment. Last Friday I was going out to go crabbing with some friends. My brother and I were driving over. We were on the freeway and this happened. Popped the tire here. So now I've got a donut right there. But that's okay because we're about to go head over to the tire shop and put some fresh rubber on this thing. It's going to be sick. So I'll take you along for that and show you what's going on. Right now we're running a 215 in the back, 205 up front, and they are cheap Walmart tires, Douglas's, I think. So I will show you the new tires once they're swapped on, but just for the video, here's the before.
A few moments later.
Okay everybody, the MotorFiles moment has been resolved and we finally fixed the tire that blew out I talked about earlier on the El Camino. Let's check it out. So we have a fresh set of tires on this thing. Before we had a 205 70/15 on the front and then a 215 70/15 on the back. I upgraded to Cooper Cobra white letter tires. They're kind of the go-to for classic cars of this era, and they're relatively inexpensive compared to the BF Goodrich Radials and some of the Goodyear Eagle, etc. I'm really happy with this. It looks really sweet. Has that like kind of super stock look. And with that 255 in the rear, it still has the perfect amount of fitment. I can fit my hand up in here, plenty of room, and then if you hit it from this angle, I mean that tire really pokes out. So, and if we go from the rear, you can definitely tell there's some meat on there. I really love this fit. This car has stock 15x7 rims. And so with the 15x7 rims, you can go up to 275 in the rear without having any rubbing issues. That being said, these being 255s, I did put my bike in the back last night and drove with my bike in the back. And after hitting a couple speed bumps, I did notice a little bit of rubbage on the tire. I'll show you real quick over here. So I believe either the right or the left side, I want to say it was actually the passenger side over here. The passenger side sticks out a little bit more and you can see just a tad bit of rubbing on the sidewall. That being said, you can do two things. You can either go to an air shock right here, which I had on the car, or you can put an airbag in the springs, or you can do a spring spacer. I'm trying to figure out which one's going to work the best. I usually only put one bike in the back. That's roughly 400 to 500 pounds. So drop a comment below if you've done something like this on your El Camino in the past, or any car that, like maybe an old truck, because I want to figure out the best solution for that. Other than that, everything's looking really good. I already got a ton of compliments on them. It obviously rides a lot better, and it's just the best. I keep on catching myself staring at it. I mean, look at this view. And it's kind of got that cool like 80s, 70s muscle car rake. I think if I raise the back just a little bit, another inch or two, it'll really look nice. So that's the plan. Just lift it just back a little bit more. Yeah, this is kind of a shorter episode, not nearly as exciting, but I figured I would share my tire journey because, you know, you got to keep the rubber on the road, have some fun. So, thank you so much for watching. Like I said, shorter episode, but we've got plenty of cool things coming on this car. I definitely want to check out that rear suspension situation with the bike in the back. So yeah, like I said, drop a comment if you have any ideas for me on that. Definitely want to add some more hot parts. I've got kind of a plan for more performance on this car. Definitely stay tuned. There's more G-body content coming, and I'll take you along with me and we'll figure out how to make this thing even more awesome. So thank you again for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I love you, and I'll see you on the next one.